Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2, Skull of the First Sin. Yep. Last we left off, we finished up Huntsman's Copse. Yep. And start off at the one bonfire beneath the bridge, just kind of pressed forward. Yep. Crossed the bridges. Instead of hooking our right towards the execution grounds, we just kind of went forward. Hit past some prisoners, artificial undead. It's the big guy with the sickle. I think we took care of some rogues, as well as some moths in the trees. Yeah, don't forget the moth in the trees because they love to spew poison powder. Yeah. So took care of those guys. And the first thing we did was after crossing the second set of bridge, we hooked a left. Yeah, because down there is a guaranteed spawn of the Forlorn. Yeah, he'll spawn there like any other NPC invader. Yeah, it's not random. Yeah. All the other Forlorn spawns are random, so yeah, but he's not. So went down there, triggered the fight, and we used our spear to poke him away. Yeah. So yeah, just played a little defensively, just poked him, backed up, poked him again, and we beat him that way. Yep. So we defeated him, and since we defeated him, it unlocked the second piece of his armor set back at Strayed, which I got between episodes. But anyway, so we dealt with him, looted the area. I think it was like just a life gem was the bait. Yeah, just kind of looted up the Huntsman's Copse. Eventually took care of Runny McGee. Yeah. One of the undead prisoners is programmed to sprint away from you if you get too close. So he does. I think he guarantees. Well, I think he guarantees to drop an item, but the item he drops is random. So I think he has like a pretty standard loot table, but he can drop some pretty good stuff, or at least helpful stuff anyway. Yeah, so we took care of him. More rogues, dogs. I think we dropped down to a CN Knight guarding a Sublime Bone Dust. Yes, we took care of him pretty easily. Gathered our Sublime Bone Dust. I think there was a Soul Spear in that little room as well. So yes, got a really powerful sorcery if we ever get there. But So we hopped back out, went back up top, lowered the bridge, crossed the bridge, found the locked cage with Creighton the Wanderer in there, but it was locked, so we had to find the key first. And at that point, we had two options to go, or two ways to go. One through the cave with the skeletons and necromancers. The other way was across the bridge on the cliff's path. Did the cliff's path first? Cliff's path first. Yeah. If I can speak. Yeah, so we did the cliff path, used our spear to our advantage because it has a pretty narrow thrust attack, so we don't have to worry about ricocheting off the wall and all that. So it was just a bunch of rogues guarding the path. There was I'll say like a side path leading up a little bit, and up there is an invasion by Merciless Rowena. I think. Or Rona, or I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but yeah, it's another NPC invader. And we did the same thing we did to the Forlorn, just poked her with a spear. Yeah, because with the stone ring and the spear, as if they don't have heavy armor, they're going to get staggered by a spear poke. So it's like, But yep, so we defeated her. She did drop for us her priestess robe. So, yep, and up there she was guarding the undead cell key, or I think it's what it's called. Just want to make sure. Yeah, the undead lockaway key. Yep. Yeah, that was the key to the cell containing Creighton the Wanderer and the bonfire in the area. So definitely a good one to grab. So we grabbed that, did a drop down to pick up our flamberge, pot-shotted some rogues, dropped it down, took care of another little cell containing another pair of rogues. And from the cliff edge, we were able to snipe at a necromancer who was hanging out by an opening that we could see. So we took care of him. I think we went down towards the boss fog, saw that there was an exit out of the cave, so we doubled back to the undead cell, or the holding cell, unlocked it, lit the bonfire, talked to Creighton the Wanderer, didn't rest because I didn't want to reset enemies. And at that point, we went into the cave. Yeah, we went in the cave. Used our arrows and used our bow and iron arrows to snipe at some pots. And one of them in particular was a curse pot that will spew curse if you get too close. So we took care of that, equipped our mace, beat up some skeletons, realized that there was another necromancer in the cave who would revive him, so we just kind of ran past them towards the necromancer, dealt with him, dealt with the skeletons. I think we went back out to the bonfire just to light some sconces in the caves. Yeah, just looted some items. Don't quite remember what was in the cave. I think there was some good stuff. I don't quite remember though. Yep, just pressed forward, dealt some more skeletons, picked up some more items. Found that it was actually locked. It was actually a gate that you can't open from the outside. So we had to double back through the cave, through the cliff edge, towards the boss arena, back up to the other end of the cave. Yeah, we dealt with some more skeletons and a crystal lizard. It was kind enough to drop a Titanite shard, large shard, and chunk. So some good stuff. Yep. Opened up the gate, saw that Creighton the Wanderer was available to summon. So I summoned him anyway just to make sure, because I'm not positive he's one of the NPCs that requires a summon to progress quest line, but I did it anyway just to be sure. Yep. So we summoned him, made our way to the boss, where we took on the Bone Lords. Yeah, the Bone Lords. Yeah. Not a hard fight. It can be hard if you just go in guns blazing, taking care of all the Bone Lords all at once. Because if you do that, you're just going to get swarmed by skeletons that get revived by killing the Bone Lords. So, best plan of action is just pick a Bone Lord, beat him down, wait for the skeletons to spawn, take care of the skeletons, and then pick another Bone Lord, and just rinse and repeat. Yeah, so we did that to the Bone Lords. We beat them up, made our way past them, and we ended up here in Harvest Valley. Yep, Harvest Valley. That's I think that's the Earthen Peak over there behind us. I think that's what that's called. But we made our way here, lit the bonfire, talked to Cloanne, and I think we went back to, we went back to Majula, and I think we spent some souls. Yeah, I think we bought out Leonardgrass's Titanite shards, Cloanne's Titanite shards. I think that was it, really. Yeah, I think we talked to Leonardgrass and Cloanne there. I think that was it. I think we might have had an Estus shard to turn into the Emerald Herald. Getting them mixed up, but that was it. That's all we did. So now we're here in Harvest Valley. Oh boy, yep, poison area. Yeah, not Blighttown, but still a lot of poison. And between episodes, I did some more item farming. Yep, I went back to Hayes Tower of Flame to get the rest of the Hay Knight set. I have the Grease on right here. I went to Strayed, grabbed the Forlorn Gauntlets, which I have right here. They don't have any poise on them, but they do have some really good physical defenses. Yeah, some very good defense stats. In fact, let's do a quick show, yeah. Almost 100 in the physical departments, so that's actually pretty good. But they do have poise. I thought they didn't. So they have 9 poise, which is actually not that bad. So they have some solid physicals. So we went to Strayed, bought the gauntlets, upgraded some weapons, upgraded the flamberge here to +6, upgraded the shield. I think I upgraded the shield. No, I didn't. Okay. Alright, so I didn't upgrade the shield, but I did upgrade our short bow to +6. Again, the flamberge to +6. I'm trying to remember what else I upgraded. I'm pretty sure I did. I think I upgraded the Priest Chime. Yeah, I upgraded the Priest Chime to +6, so it's doing some decent lightning damage at that. So once we start throwing lightning spears, oh yeah. And I'm trying to think what else I did. I accidentally triggered Solden's little dialogue about Majula. Yeah, at some point after a certain number of NPCs show up at Majula, NPCs like Melentia, Kale, Carillion of the Fold, Cloanne, like those kind of NPCs who aren't there at the beginning but then show up later on. He does have a certain special dialogue that will trigger once a certain number of them show up. I accidentally talked to him, triggered it between episodes without realizing it, because I thought he would only say it once all the other NPCs would show up. There's actually two more NPCs that can show up in Majula, and I thought he would only give that after those two showed up, but nope, I was wrong. Yeah, but he basically said that it's like Majula's, there's all these people here, it feels more alive, all that kind of mentality. Yeah. And he does give us a soul vessel for that. So I'm sorry, I thought he would say it after we got the other NPCs there, not right now, but so I guess you have to send 4? Let's see, it's Carillion, Cloanne, Melentia, Kale. I'm going to include Lycia in that count, so if you send 5 NPCs back to Majula, then he'll give you that dialogue. So, right. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize that. I thought you'd only give it once all the other NPCs was there. Oh well. And I think that was it. Yeah, I think that's all I did between episodes. And today, doing Harvest Valley. Yep. Not sure how much, because it's actually a pretty decent-sized area. But I'm going to try to do as much as I can. Yeah, because there's actually... Gavlon is down here. It's the second spot for him is down here. There's quite a number of crystal lizards as well, so I'll probably miss some by accident. Quite a number of items to gather. I think there's another possible invasion of a Forlorn in here. Lots of poison. The desert sorceresses are here. Yeah, they're pretty dangerous enemies. They like shooting out pyromancies, but hopefully they're not going to be too bad. But they will probably kill us. I will almost guarantee it. And I'm trying to think of what else. Those are the main things. Gavlon, a bunch of crystal lizards, a bunch of items, sorceresses to watch out for, possible invasion. Yep, so the Harvest Valley. Yep. And our equipment for today, at least starting off, we have our Flamberge, +6. I want to give this a go. As good as the spear is, I gotta try some other stuff. So hopefully the bleed, I'm not going to rely on bleed, but it's going to be a nice thing if it procs. It'll do a little bit of damage to him, not a whole lot. Like, I think it's 200 if you proc it on an enemy. Yeah, it's good for the early game, not so much for the later game. But the short bow to +6, and a bunch of iron arrows. Parma shield, just because I like the item drop rates. Our sorcerer staff, because we are going to be using cast light and magic weapon, because I think most enemies down here are weak to magic, and cast light's going to be useful in some spots. So, hopefully, anyway, I hope so. Yep. And I have, I'll say our tattered knight, our tattered cloth hood, robe, the forlorn gauntlets, and the Haid Knight leggings. Yep, these offer probably one of the best poison resistance at this point. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was going for, just poison. Because again, it's a bunch of poison around. I'd rather not have to deal with poison. And a ring, so it is the Cling Ring. Not the not the Cling Ring. The Chloranthy Ring for stamina regen, obviously. Lingering Dragon Crest because I want our Cast Light and our magic weapons to last as long as possible. Stone Ring for the poise, damage, and Silver Serpent, just because. More souls is always good. And I got our Flask, Life Gem, Poison Moss, because again, a lot of poison in the area. But if you do get poison and you don't have a Poison Moth, just kind of, I think 3 Life Gems will counteract the poison effect. But yeah, if you don't have mosses, just start breaking Life Gems until you see your health bar go up. So here are my stats. Should be relatively the same since last episode, but all right. Looking pretty good. All right. Again, magic weapon and cast light. All right. Shall we just get started here? I think I rambled on long enough. All right. Two Harvest Valley. Let's go. Yep. Look at all that. Look at all that poison. Oh, there's also some skeletons about. You can actually see the little bones and whatnot. That big guy right there is an Overseer. He's slow, he's tough, and he likes chucking a dark orb at you. So just be careful with them. But I'm pretty sure they're weak to magic. So if you have a magic weapon or magic spells, it should do pretty well. Yeah, those guys are going to be hard to hit, but we can just kind of ignore them for the most part. Yeah, a whole bunch of items in the poison area, so we're going to have to be chugging our life gems. Skeletons. Right. Doing some good damage. Luckily there's no necromancers about. That's actually a good idea. Just pluck them off before you go down there. So you don't want to get trapped in a corner with those guys, because they are hard to hit. Okay. Alright, big guy. I know you're tough, but how tough are you? Let's try without magic weapon. There's that magic orb. Oh, not too bad. Let's get out of the poison. Let's reset for a little bit. I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if we can spell parry that thing. I want to see if we can spell parry it. It hit the thing, so. Alright, let's go up here. Alright, guy, launch it for us. I want to try if we can do this. Come on. You not going to? Did I break line of sight or something? Aha, you can! That will make these guys so much easier. Alright, these guys are much easier now. Oh. But if you miss, yeah, it hurts. Get out of the poison. Alright, so this actually has a pretty quick wind up. Luckily it hit the side. Alright. My experiment was done. Thank you for your cooperation. Souls games. Always experiment. You never know what you might find out. Right. Life gems. Cool. Alright, so this is we're gonna take damage here, so we're probably gonna get poisoned. Especially with skeletons about. Fading Soul. Ooh, yeah. Alright. Yeah, poison is no joke in Dark Souls 2. There we go. It's like 2 will counteract poison's effect. The life gems, they stop working once you go max health. So once you hit max health, life gem ends. So. That's a torch. I think that's the way forward. Alright. Not too bad, not too bad. But yes, poison is no joke. Do not underestimate it. It will kill you really, really quickly. That's a shard. But life gems trivialize it. Ooh, we dropped the poison stone. Another torch. Ah, there's that parry animation. You got the shield up. Yep, there's the stance. Take that, skeleton. Yeah, skeletons also have a parry stance, so just watch out for it. Again, you're just going to get parried and like that. So he got that stance out pretty quickly. Smooth and silky stone. Another smooth and silky stone. You going to get up, skeleton? Ooh, you're a bit tougher than your friends. We're going to be chugging through life gems this episode. Another fading soul, shards, chunk, ooh, chunk. And so we might go back to Bajula and talk with Melentia. Ooh, another chunk, nice. We're going to be going through our life gems. Gotcha. Oh, wow. Normally when you defeat skeletons, they just fall apart, but I think I don't think he has that animation for a critical kill. Interesting. Alright. Ooh, a fragrant branch of yore. Awesome. Hey, here he is. Normally you would be somewhere else. Oh. Alright, so there is an item down there. I'm actually going to try and grab it. This is why I got cast light, because it is difficult to see down there. The light will help, but I hope it helps a lot. But nice. It's actually pretty good. It's a chest. Okay, cast light is actually a good idea. Ooh, fire seed and divine blessing. Nice. Start popping some gems. That should do it. All right. Before we talk to you, let's check out this. I don't think it's trapped. Ooh, raw stone. Okay. All right, Gavlon. Nice to see you here. It's Lonesome Gavlon. Yep, this is the second location. Yeah, so it's most likely your second location you're going to find him in. And he'll move again after you talk to him here, but his third location is going to be his final location, so he won't move from there. So, all right, Gavlon, are you ready to wheel and deal?
Gavlan knew you.
Yes, we bought a bunch of stuff from you.
Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What you want. With Gavlan, you will, you deal.
Oh, I love you, Gavlon. All right. So he does restock his giant ring, but again, if you bought it back at No Man's Wharf, you don't need it. It's also more expensive here than in the wharf. He doesn't restock his arrows, unfortunately, or anything else. 1,500 for poison moss. Man, Gavlon, you are one stingy guy. All right, so I'm gonna go sell some stuff. We'll probably either fast forward or just skip through this. So I'll see you when I get back. Alright, so we're done. Yep. Oh, and I also forgot that between episodes I also went and grabbed another Seed of a Giant. So I forgot to mention that earlier. So we have another Seed of a Giant just in case. So, alright, Gavlon.
Gavlan will. What? With Gavlan?
Alright, Gavlon, I think we're done with you for now.
Many deal, many thanks.
Alright, Gavlon. Yep. So now, when we reload the area, he'll be in his final location. I'm pretty sure it's the Doors of Pharaohs is where he's going to be at. But that's going to be a little whiles away. So, alright, Gavlon. I'll see you later. Alright, so with Gavlon done, start wheeling and dealing. I was just curious. Alright, I think... Alright, yep. Alright, so now that's all this area is done with. Now we come upon this little zone. Yep, there's Gavlon and his little cave. Alright, there they are. That right there is a desert sorceress. She's a pyromancer who loves to chuck fire at you. It's fireballs, whatever. But if you get too close, she also has a close range pyromancy attack. So be very careful. They're very dangerous. Oh, there's another one right there. Yeah, that. Luckily, it doesn't have much of a range on it, so you could just sit back, pluck your arrows. Alright. I think in the original release there was an Overseer over here. But I think they got rid of him. Here. Hexing urns, times 10. Unfortunately, they didn't look like they didn't drop anything, but I will be farming them for their armor set, just because they can also drop a ring, I believe. I'm not sure if the ones here. I know the ones in the castle will drop rings, but I don't think these ones will. But they can drop their armor set, so. Up here to open the gate. Yep, there's also another desert sorceress up on that little balcony there, who will rain down fireballs on you. So, yeah. So if you're in the next zone and you get hit by a fireball, you don't know where, it's probably from her. A bunch of prisoners. There's our first crystal lizard of the area. There's actually like two, I think there's a third one out there. So, but when Hooker writes, do not break the pots. They contain poison. If you break the pots, you will get poisoned. Right. So we'll rest up here, just get our durability back. 4, 3, 12. Make a quick pit stop at Majula just to buy some more life gems. Just for more life gems. So So we're gonna need them. We're definitely gonna need them. Right, Militia.
I knew you'd be back.
Yes, I know. I also bought out your inventory between episodes. I forgot about that as well. Yeah, because I bought the Radiant Life Gems, the Bright Bugs, all that stuff. You can only carry 99 Life Gems on you. So why are you like having... let's go 24. That works.
Thanks.
Alright. Let's continue forward. I think I just went to the start of the area. Okay, good. Alright. Harvest Valley, here we go. Not gonna follow us in here? Cool. Yeah, that crystal lizard's gonna run. He actually drops down to a little pit tunnel section. So just be very... whatever. Oh, there's a third one right there. Gotcha. Shard, large shard, and pale stone. Nice, yeah. See, they drop down to this little section down there. Are you firing at us already? There she is. That's the Desert Sorceress in that little balcony. Let her do it again. Alright, so I'm going to rest at the bonfire again, try and get these other 2 lizards. So this might take a few attempts, but I want to get them so I don't have to worry about them. We're going to focus on the one on the left. So you run into a wall. Oh, come on. I hate crystal lizards in this game. They're really hard to hit. That might work. Crystal lizards. You are the bane of my existence. Come here, you. Oh, really? Really? Are you serious? My God. There's no real attack that will hit them. I mean, I could try the spear, but... I'm gonna fast travel just to reset the area, because I think that one crystal lizard gets blocked by that one piece of equipment that we broke. Let's try this again. I want to get these guys. Thank you. Shard, large shard, and pale stone. Nice. Okay. So he'll run this way, but... I don't think a quit reload will get them to spawn again. I think you actually have to rest. So I'm going to check that out real quick. Yeah, you actually have to rest. Okay. That's gonna make him a bit tricky to get because it's just... I could try, but I don't think it's gonna work. I know, I know. Spells have a lot longer range than you think. It's about centered. Gotcha. Nice. You actually ran this way instead of away, which is perfect. Alright. Shard, large shard, another Palestone. Cool. I'm pretty sure their drops are predetermined. I don't think it's random. All right, I feel better now. Spell back. So that's all those. That's those 3 crystal lizards. Yeah. Pluck them off one at a time. And you're good. All right. Now we don't have to deal with them. That's a ladder down into the little poison mine area below. I think that's the way forward. Instead, we're gonna go. We're gonna go left. That's actually the exit out of the poison area below. Take care of this little side section. We're not doing that yet. We're gonna go this way. Wait for it. Stand over here, because this guy will break this wall. There we go. The wall's broken. Let's deal with him. Go. Yep. The overseers can break these walls. You have to get them to open it for you. You can't open it otherwise. At least not that I'm aware of. So you have to bait him to attack this wall to get it to open. There's quite a few goodies back here. Old Knight Pike, Knight Great Shield. Old Knight Pike and Great Shield. Oh, it's more of a halberd. Yeah. Wielded by a warrior from Tyson Winchen, yada yada. Like the other old knight stuff. Very powerful and very little durability, so. Yeah. It actually looks pretty cool, but if it had more durability, I probably would use it. Well, no. Halberds in this game aren't that good. I mean, they're strong, but they're tricky to use. An old knight's great shield. Yep. An undated ancient great shield. Yep. Like the rest of the old stuff. Very good. Well, very good poison and bleed resist, as well as petrification and curse. Very poor elementals, so I don't know. It's got one of those little tongue sticking out faces. Alright. Soul item. Another torch. Radiant life gem and smooth silky stone. Cool. Some good stuff back here. Some good stuff. Alright. There was this over here. That's another we could drop down here. I think it links up to the other. It links up to that little underground mine area the lizards drop in over there. So we'll come at this a different way. We could drop down here just to grab it, but there's another room that I want to take care of. It's over here. This one's also pretty tricky because there are several artificial undeads in the area. I think this is a possible invasion spot for the Forlorn. And you can see the that's an artificial undead. So there's quite a number of them in there. It's like there's one here. There's a few that bust out through those little wall things. Those I'm pretty sure you can break on your own, so you don't have to. I think we can spot, yeah. Yeah, you can spot another one through that wall right there. His weapons are clipping through the wall. So just be ready for an ambush. I think there's like 3 of them in the... 4 of them in total. 3 of them pop out. So you need to be quick dealing with them. Otherwise, it's going to get pretty hairy. Alright, so that's why we got this magic buff, because they are weak to magic. I was hoping you would, I was hoping you would stagger. But no. There's the 4th one. Oh, you can't get out. Alright, we're stuck. We're dead. Death. Chug. He missed. I backed myself into a corner thinking I could back out, but nope, you cannot. So, yeah. That's a crappy room. I thought you could back out, so that's why I stuffed myself in a corner. Alright. I was hoping they would stagger with the extra poise, but nope. They might have like 80 or something, like 100, I don't know. Oh well. But yeah, just kind of kite them around, pick them off one at a time. Luckily it's right here. Nope. Can we get your arm? Yes, we can. Looks like that triggered them to come out. Alright. There is a way for them to path, but... Where are you guys going? I know that's the way out, but I don't think you guys can go anywhere. Maybe they'll drop down to a poison section. Oh. Hello. Okay. So there is a way out. Alright, well, obviously there's a way out, but it was over there. Pretty sure you can parry these guys as well. Not gonna try, but pretty sure you can. Stop down. Slow and steady at this point. Come on. Come on. Oh. You have like 1 HP. Ah. Should not have done that. I should not. I should not have done that, but that was actually a better try. Yeah, that was my fault. That was right. Alright, Flamberge, you're a bit slow for my tastes. Alright, back to the good old spear, I guess. We'll put the Flamberge back on, but it's just a bit slow. Well, it's not slow, but it's I don't know how to describe it. We'll do what we did before. Aggro them, because they are tied together, so once you aggro this guy, the other three are gonna come at you. Maybe this time we'll actually pull it out. Let them come. Yeah, this section sucks. Yeah. Exhibit A, why people don't like Dark Souls, or Dark Souls 2. Forgot the buff. I forgot. Ooh, much more damage. And the reach. Looks like use a thrust weapon against these guys. I love spears. Just for the added range, and the wing spear has some decent attack speed. So, ooh, what'd you drop? No, rotten pine resin. All right, that's poison. Right. Looks like there's two of them come out from here. Large shard. Simpleton Spice. That's for decreasing magic requirements. Yeah, again, this one section is awful just for those guys, but 3 green blossoms. Yeah. Enemy with high health, not easily staggered, and they can charge at you pretty quickly if you let them. Soul and Radiance. Skeptic Spice. This is the way out. Stop it. Petrified something to trade with Dino and Tillo. Yep. Hopefully that's going to be all of our deaths for this episode, but I wouldn't put it past this game. Alright, ring spear. We'll put you in the back pocket for now. I want to keep my Flamberge. I want to give it a try some more. This is a I don't think it's death. I think it's a possible dead end for the underground poison area. Or it is death. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. That is just death. Good thing we used the Prism Stone. Alright. So now we're going to go underground. Let's go Starlight. I'm pretty sure there's skeletons down here, so just be careful. Yeah, it's also pretty dark without a light source. Come on, skeleton. Thank you. And the soldier. Leads us right back here. So what is a straight shot? I thought there was a bit more to it. Poison stone, rotten pine resin. Alright. I thought there was a bit more to it, but I guess not. It might be the other like little drop downs. Yeah, you can see how dark it is without lights. Alright. No other passages, huh? Okay. I know there's a little hole over here, right here. So that might connect out there. Okay. That might connect out there. Okay. Well, it's probably the same with that. Yeah. Probably connects out there. All right. So with the Desert Sorceress, you just gotta not stand in one place for too long. Skeleton, if you're gonna come on your own time, let's go. There's a that's a steel worker. It's a pretty tough undead. Pretty slow, but he hits pretty hard. That's a mannequin. He will jump down and ambush you if you get over there. You can like drag him this way if you really have to. Yeah, let's do it. Disable the ambush while we can. And he despawned. Don't hang around too... Ow. So that wasn't that bad. So we can actually stagger you. Drop shard. Yeah, if we went this way, he will ambush us that way. Come on, buddy. Get down here. Come on. There we go. Ow. Yeah, mannequins. Ooh, we got his claws. Nice. I think we're in a okay spot. Claws used by mannequins of the Harvest Valley. The peculiar art of puppetry is a vestige of the two lost lands. The Queen, entrenched by poison, used it to beckon unknowing souls to the defiled valley. So I want to take care of you. Cool. This could be a little tricky, but I don't want to get hit by that thing, because it will hurt. We're just going to sit up here, poke at him. Back off. There we go. And take care of the other guy. Weaken him from up here. I thought I was going to get hit by those rocks, but... walked into that one, that's for sure. Let's take care of you. Thank you. I get poisoned. What's in here? It's got another effigy and large shard. Alright. Yeah, I don't think there's any fake walls down here. So that's a drop down. We can't actually get there. Actually, we might be able to jump. Ah. If we can angle it right, we might make it. I'm gonna give it a quick try. There we go. Chug. This should be... Faisal, yeah. This is where the one of the crystal lizards dropped down from. Up there is the well, towards the bonfire. Alright, so drop down here. It's a one-way drop right here. Shard. Ooh, a slab. Nice. Slab number 4, huh? So I know I'm poisoned. Shard. Chameleon and a soul item. Dragon chime. And the washing pole. Yep. Washing pole being a very large katana. Let's get out of this poison. So we know where that goes. Where does this go? Oh, that was that way. Okay. Oh yeah, so these two connect to each other. These two connect to each other, and it's that little drop off down there. Okay. That's good to know. Ow. Lady, that's not cool. Alright, so we have 3 ways to go. We can go this way, which eventually lead to the same place, or we can go that way. You can see the steel worker behind the jars. Yeah, those jars are full of poison. He will walk through them, break them, get poisoned, and die, but we'll go this way first. I think. Don't know if he added them or took away. Okay. They took away. Alright. Okay, there used to be an artificial undead at the end of that hallway. You turn the corner, he'd be like right behind you. So they took him away. Alright. And lo and behold, da-da-da-da, this is the Warriors of Sunlight, which means that we're on the spot of the Undead Burg, or the Undead Parish anyway. Kneel. Learn gesture. Praise thy son. So we could enter the Covenant. Not going to just yet, because I want to get some Sunlight medals first. Nah, not yet. We'll do it eventually, just not right now. We already got the gesture. I will come back once I have some more Sunlight medals. But for now, we're just going to leave it alone. But here is the Altar of Sunlight in the Hardest Valley. Oops. Praise the sun. Praise it good. Alright. So there's the sunlight altar. I don't quite remember what the covenant rewards are. I think it's the great lightning spear. I think sacred oath. I have to look it up. I don't quite remember, but I do know you have to offer sunlight medals. So we will be farming for those offline. In fact, the giant overseers down here, I believe they have a chance of dropping it, but there's a better source of it later on. So we're gonna get this guy's attention. Yep. That's poison in Dark Souls 2. 15 damage a tick. And it goes on for like 100 ticks, so yeah. Yeah, that's why you don't want to mess with poison. So it's the ferry down below. Steel workers getting poisoned. Bye-bye. So there's the lower area, the upper area here. Now we're inside Earthen Peak. Another sorceress, but if this is her range, we're just gonna pluck and pluck. Go. Right, Mr. Steelworker, come this way so you can walk through the poison vats so I don't have to kill you. I don't have to waste durability, I just say. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to parry that because it'll probably kill us in one hit. So this is actually the way forward. We'll do this little side section here. Get a life gem going. Yeah, just from this point forward, keep an eye out on the ceilings and the walls, because mannequins will like to drop down on you at random places. It's like a poison beetle or something. Just take care of it from range. Yeah, see, mannequins. I think he can parry you as well. Yeah. So that's the stance right there. Ow. Talk about tracking. Alright. I knew they could parry, but I wasn't sure what their stance was like. But yeah, mannequins. They can drop their armor set, their weapons, that shield. So that's death down there. So don't even bother. I don't think you have to jump, I think you can just walk. You will get slowed down. It's a possible invasion area, so just be careful. Oh, there she is. Hello, Lucatiel. Fancy meeting you here.
Still on the road, are you? Sorry to have burdened you so. This is for you, by way of an apology.
Steal the ring protection +1. Yep. You get this from the third time you talk to her. Yep. So you have to summon her for at least 2 fights, and she'll give you that. So it just raises our physical defense by a bit, so it's actually not a bad ring to have. All right. Anything else?
I found my thoughts growing hazy. My memories are fading, oldest first. The curse is doing its work upon me. I am frightened. Terribly so. If everything should fade, what will be left of me?
That is true. If your memories are gone, are you you? What is you at that point?
I had an older brother. We learned to fence together. He became the most decorated swordsman in all of Mirror. I never even compared to him. In fact, I never beat him. Not once. But then, one day, he was gone. Lost without a trace. Now I'm certain that he was taken by the curse.
Yep, he is actually in Drangelic. We'll actually meet him much further on. But don't worry, Lucatiel, we'll find him for you.
If only someone would hear my tale. My brother must have come here, too. Soon I may forget even about him.
Yep. Curse of the undead. The following.
If only someone would hear my brother soon.
Alright, so I think that's all she has to say. Yep. It's just he came here after her brother, I guess, or chasing after him. Yes. And she gave us a steel protection. Alright, Lucatiel. Alright, so she gave us the Ring of Steel Protection +1. Wear gains protection of steel. Increased physical defense, said to be the ring of the once legendary Night King. Though the tale are long forgotten, and even the greatest Wizen have no recollection of his exploits. Night King Rendell, actually, from Dark Souls 1. That we don't actually meet him in Dark Souls 1, but we do hear about him. But he is known as the Night King. I think provides a decent ooh, yeah. Was that 75? 75 physical points. Very good, very good. The base version, the regular version of Steel Protection is given to you by Soldan, but you have to die like 100 times. So if you die 100 times, talk to Soldan, you'll get the base version of it. But alright. Well, before we do that, let's go back out here. I want to grab this item. 2 repair power is actually worth it. Alright, so how many lock zones do we have? 2. Yeah, we'll use it. Chest. I'm pretty sure it's not trapped, but ooh, a poison bite ring and the Proud Knights. Cool. Poison bite ring would have been useful earlier. Yeah, one of several bite rings. Yep. Similar oddly disturbing design suggests a common source. Whoever the master craftsman was, he clearly knew his trade. Yep. 150. Yep. Nice. Definitely would have been useful earlier in the area, but oh well. Oh well. I don't think that's a fake wall, but we're gonna find out. Didn't break as many as I would have liked. Thank you. Alright, so, no fake wall. Cool. Alright. Anything else? Nope, I think that's it. Yeah, we have to jump to that spot. So we have to go back up. Up we go. I think there's a bonfire up there, I think. I don't know. I hope there's a bonfire, because I don't want to run through all this stuff again. Alright. So let's take care of you. And you might as well. Alright. So you dropped something. Her skirts and wilted dusk herb. Nice. Yep, so we have one piece of her set. She can drop the dusk herb, which restores spell uses. I was hoping I would get him poisoned, but alright. We can knock these guys down. There's no point outside here, but it can be useful in the arena if you have to. But let's just keep that in mind. Keep an eye out. I should have known. I already said it. You know, keep an eye on the ceilings and the walls. I'm not even listening to my own advice. I think you guys are actually pretty hard to hit. They're like crystal lizards. Go away. You dropped the bleed stone. I'm pretty sure that is a trapped chest, so we're going to clear out the... That should be enough. Alright, pretty sure you're trapped, so... Yep, lock. Oh, that's fine. Yep. Trap chest, if you see white smoke, block. See green, roll away. And all for a torch. We'll take it. We're gonna need torches eventually. So, alright. So there was no bonfire. I thought there was one, but I think it's just past the boss then. Oh, I thought you'd break. Pop down. Skeptic spice. Yep. Can't go any further. Alright, so now we're going to do this jump. Probably best do it from here. You have to jump across. Or just run across. Alright, we got lucky there. That could have been our death. Alright. Artificial undead. There's some mannequins in the little alcoves, but you see this? That little hole in the wall? You see that little pressure plate on the floor? Yeah, arrow trap. But again, there's should be mannequins around. Oh, we actually came. Okay. Hello, turn radius. I don't think you can backstab these guys. Yes, you can. Never mind. Alright, so you can backstab them. I wonder, can I lure the mannequins out? No. Or are there no mannequins at all? I thought there was mannequins in here. Yes, there was. Okay, there was one. I was right. I was right. Alright, so here's the pressure plate. Yeah, I think it resets as well, so just be careful. Right, mannequins. Nope. Good. Oh, maybe. Yes. Alright. Can you get... Really? Oh. Really, you're not dead, huh? 1 HP in a dream, I guess. That was really surprising, but anyway. Yeah, mannequins. Not too bad. 3 shards and a soul item. Alright. So I guess they don't like alluring skulls, huh? Sad. Alright, chest. Heavy crossbow plus 3 and heavy bolts. Nice. Alright. Okay, so you don't reset. That's good. Alright. Did we already have a heavy crossbow? Yes, we did, but it's already upgraded. Nice. Yeah, they gave you that because you can use that in the boss arena. So. Stumble across. Alright. I think that is everything, so let's go to the boss. Yes, sorceress, I know you're still there. All right. Oh, we still use that, actually. We'll need our arrows. Not gonna need that, so we'll put that on. More stamina regen is always good. Not gonna need that because the boss is not gonna be able to stagger him, so it's not gonna need it. All right. I think we have enough durability. All right. So through this fall gate is probably the easiest boss in Dark Souls 2. It is the Covetous Demon. Yeah. I say easiest, but he can still be a pain in the butt if you let him. He has a grab attack, which will strip you of your equipment. It will unequip all your items. He won't take it from you. You'll just be unequipped. So don't stay in front of him because he will try and grab you. And another attack to kind of watch out for is this kind of the little belly flop. He'll like flop around, and I wouldn't be near him if he does that. So just kind of stick to his side, probably towards his middle tail end. He should be okay. Yeah, should be okay. There are undead prisoners in there as well, hanging from the ceiling on inside jars. If you do break them down, you have to use iron arrows or iron bolts. Wood arrows won't work. Yeah, so if you use iron arrows, you break the jars, it knocks down the prisoners. The Covetous Demon will focus on them. Yeah, he'll not look at you and just go towards them. So I'm pretty sure he's invincible during his little gobble animation. And I say gobble because he does eat them. So I'm pretty sure he's invincible during that. But yeah. So yeah. So that's the plan. We're going to enter, knock down one of the guys, wail on the covetous demon as he tries to go to him. Wait for him to finish, drop down another guy, rinse and repeat. Hopefully shouldn't take too long, but it is covetous demon, so who knows? Who knows? All right, let's buff. Let's do this. Why did I buff? I was going to knock these guys down. That was dumb. There he goes. Yep. Go eat. Munch, munch, munch. Yeah, he takes reduced damage while he's eating. Gobble, gobble, gobble. The covetous demon. Yep. Again, he's probably the easiest boss in Dark Souls 2. Yep. Again, just knocking down those undead prisoners makes it kind of easier because he gets distracted by them and you can still wail on him while he's eating. Yeah. He does take reduced damage while he's eating, but just wail on him. Yeah, just kind of stick to his backside, towards his tail, and you should be okay. Yeah, I guess again, he does have a grab attack that will unequip all your items, so yeah. If he does that to you, just try not to panic. Just at least get your weapon back, and you should be okay. So yeah, covetous demon, and we got his soul. Soul of the covetous demon that devours all things. Eating is an expression of desire. There once was a man whose deep affections were unrequited. He transformed into the covetous demon, which only made him lonelier than before. Yep. I'm pretty sure he was a secret admirer of Queen Mytha. I'm pretty sure. I'll probably have to check his boss equipment for that. But, yep, covetous demon. And there should be a bonfire just about out here, so at least I hope there's got to be one. Yay! All right. Is there anything else I want to do right now? Try to think real quick. You know what? With that, I'll call an episode. Yep. We did the Harvest Valley. Yep. Harvest Valley. Poison mines, basically. Yep. Start off at just out the bonfire, through the canyon into the first little open pit. Yeah, with one overseer, a bunch of people crawling around. Yeah. So we just kind of used our bow and arrow, picked off the crawly guys, kind of did a little testing with the overseer, and see if we could spell parry his dark orb, and you can, but if you miss, you're gonna get smacked in the face by that thing, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. So just be careful. Just be careful. Yeah. So, yep. So we took care of that overseer, cleared out the little open pit. Used our life gems liberally just to counteract poison. Yeah. So. A bunch of fading souls, some titanite shards, a skeleton or two, but some good stuff, I'd say. And then we kind of took the little side, well, kind of like the little side room where we met in Gavron. Yep. Where he was wheeling and dealing. Yep. So we talked to him a bit. Nothing new from him. We did offload some stuff to him. So we got a bunch of souls that way. And then we looted a chest next to him, which I think had... What did it have? I don't quite remember. That's bad. But... but... So we talked to him, went back out to the room, dropped down into the poison area. And used our cast light to help see a bit to find another chest with, I think, a fire seed in it. And a divine blessing. I think that was in there. Maybe it was a branch of yore. We definitely picked up a branch of yore, that's for sure. So after clearing that area, we pressed forward through the little valley. Yeah, where we encountered our first desert sorceresses. So luckily, we can pick them off at range. They didn't have a lot of health, but again, they can do a lot of damage if you let them. You can rush them down into melee, but they do have a close range pyromancy that they can do for a lot of damage. So you guys gotta be careful. Just be careful. So clear them out, grab the hexing urns, open the gates, hit the bonfire. And then we cleared out the other crystal lizards. Yep, there's 3 of them in the next zone, so we just kind of took our time to clear them out. I think they all dropped a large shard, and I think a pale stone. So we did eventually get all 3 of them. And then, before pressing forward, we hit a left, where we, I would say, got an overseer to bust open a wall and had him lure him to bust open another wall, which had, the old pike, the old great shield, some soul items. It's just some good stuff back there. Then after that, we attempted the artificial undead little room. That room sucks. Yeah, artificial undead. I mean, 1-on-1, they're not bad, but if you get sworn by the 4 and you do what I do and get yourself trapped in a corner, yeah, you're dead. Yep. So we did die 2 times in that room. The first time, just because I got backed into the corner. The second time, because I was dumb. I should have just backed off. Yeah, just kept distance, healed up a bit before finishing them off, but I got greedy and got bit, but third time was a charm. Yep. We equipped our wing spear, poked them to death. They looked like they were weak to thrust, so if you're fighting artificial undeads, use a spear or a thrust weapon. So with our spear, we cleared them out slowly but steadily. And then after that, we looted the rest of the room. Used like a simpleton spice, some more shards, soul items. And then after that, we went... What did we do after that? Yeah, so we got out, down the ladder where the crystal lizards were, took that little passage through, up another ladder, grabbed, I think, a poison stone and some rotten resins. Yep. So we went back down, back out, and then we went forward, to the next little open pit area. Yeah, at that point, we had a sorceress up on a balcony here, lobbing pyromancies at us. Yeah, just don't keep moving. I'll say that. Just don't stand still for too long. Otherwise, you're gonna get pelted by her and the overseers and all that jazz. So. So the first thing I think we did was took care of the little undead ironworker, I think is what they're called. Then we used our arrows to clear out the crawly guys in the pit. Used our arrows again to take care of an overseer. Used our arrows again to weaken another overseer and finish them off in melee. Yep. And then after that, we just kind of looted the pit. Some more shards, large shards, a slab, some soul items, an effigy, some good stuff in there. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Yep. And then after that, we just kind of, I won't say triggered a trap, but we got one of the mannequins to hop down from his ambush spot. And then after that, we hooked the left and found the Warriors of Sunlight altar, where we kneeled before it and learned the gesture. Praise thy son. We didn't join the Covenant just yet. I'm going to gather some sunlight metals first before we do that. So then after that, we backtrack. Well, didn't backtrack, but we went forward into the Earthen Peak. Just kind of cleared out of the ironworkers, sorcerers. Yep. And we went down to a lower section where another mannequin. Learned that they can parry your attacks, so. And after that, we met Ducatil again for the third time, and at that point, she gave us the Ring of Steel Protection +1. Yep. Pretty good ring to have in your back pocket, just in case. But so we talked to her. It's like the curse is getting to her now. She's starting to forget things. She talked about her brother, how I think she came here looking for him. So we'll keep an eye out for him. And then in that same room, we used the Ferrous Lockstone, grab a chest with the Poison Bite Ring. Something I wish we had at the beginning, but oh well. Down the little hallway for repair powder, back out up towards the boss arena, cleared out that little area, jump down to another section with another artificial undead, arrow trap, some more mannequins, soul items, shards, chest containing the heavy crossbow +3 and some iron arrows. Another trap chest just before the boss. Don't quite remember what was in there. I don't know. I don't remember, but yep. And then after that, we took on the covetous demon. Yep. The boss of Harvest Valley. Yep. Not hard. He's actually the easiest boss in Dark Souls 2. Just kind of stick to his side. He should be fine. Yep. Use iron arrows, iron bolts to knock down undead prisoners, just to kind of distract them if you have to. Don't need to, but well, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. So yeah, we took on the demon, grabbed his soul, up to the bonfire, and that was it. That was it. Harvest Valley. Harvest Valley. Yep, and next episode would be the Earthen Peak. Yep, the Earthen Peak. Yes, be some more ironworkers. Be a bunch of mannequins in here. We'll encounter Pate. Yep, another Pate in here. It's going to be several little jumps. Yeah, several perilous jumps in order to get everything here. Yeah, there are fake walls. There are probably going to be another invasion in here. Yep. The boss of the area is Mytha, the Baleful Queen, I think is what she's called. I don't quite remember, but it's Mytha. Yeah. Yeah, the Medusa. Well, not really Medusa, but you'll see. You'll see. Yep. Oh, there's also Laddersmith Gilligan is here as well. Another NPC for us to send to Majula. So, which reminds me, I do need to get some. Well, we could probably just. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. I'm just kind of talking to myself. But yeah, quite a number of things to happen here. But again, that will be for another episode. And I thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.